Hello, today is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. And let me just show a little respect to the people that I knew who were in the 9/11 situation. One in particular who I loved very much. Anyway, markets. Wow. I wanted to point out this idea, because you say like, oh, Kamala Harris won the debate. And what you get back is people who are supporters of Donald Trump tell you, oh, no, she didn't. And people that are supportive of Kamala Harris say, oh, yes, she did. Right? This is called bias, right? And it's a good example because I always talk about bias and trading is bad. Well, let's make this a trade. Let's say the debate ended and you said, well, Donald Trump won. I don't care what these people say. And you bought in the betting markets the odds of Donald Trump winning. Well, you lost money because the odds went against him. And you're trying to make the point like, oh, I know, and the whole argument is if you're betting on it, that's about money. This is not about your policies. And listen, let's just assume that Donald Trump policies are 100 times better than Kamala Harris. Let's assume that Kamala Harris's policies are going to lead to the end of America and the end of the world, and it's fascist, and we're all going to go to hell. You may be totally right about that, but the point is that's not what you're betting on. You're betting on the outcome of the election. That's it. And if she wins the election, you lose that bet. And then, hey, all her policies end up turning everything to crap. Okay, you were right, but you still lost money on the bet on the election. And it's the same exact thing in the market. People do this all the time. This is what bias is, right? They're trying to prove a point. Hey, I think this, therefore I'm going to bet it in the market. They're trying to be right. I talk about this all the time. I don't want to dwell on it too far. I just thought the election thing was an interesting example of what bias does to people. And you have to watch out for this bias when it comes to trading, which is why I say, let the market confirm. If the betting markets, let's say, went in Harris's favor after the election, as would have been expected, given the reaction, and then failed and went back in Trump's favor by the end of today, okay, then maybe the market is saying you're right and you can place that bet, right? But as long as the market is saying you're wrong, you have to just back off and wait and say, okay, I'm not right. Maybe I'll be right later, but let me wait for the market to confirm what I'm saying is right before I do something, okay? Just an interesting tidbit there on that, on the behavior of it all. So anyway, that's kind of what I saw today. Pretty crazy. If I told you last night that it was going to be seen that Harris won the debate and that the CPI was going to come in higher than expected, would you have told me that the NASDAQ was going to go up like this? 385 points on NQ futures. My bet is you wouldn't have. Right? If you probably would have told me it would have been down here, down a couple hundred points, and you would have been right for about 2 hours, and then you would have gotten rocked. So this is what markets do, man. They're very difficult, and trading the news thing can get you into a lot of trouble, as it would have today. Okay, so that's all I really have to say today. Hope you had a good one. Hope everyone survived this one. And check us out, crowdedmarketreport.com. Okay, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Thanks.